Roughly 8 months ago, I covered over 100 map changes within GTA Online. However, the vast majority of you are quick to point out the other changes like the statue at Vespucci Beach that I forgot to mention. This statue was changed very early on in GTA Online's lifespan, originally reflecting a piece of artwork from the Venice Beach, designed by D. Severo. This 60.5 foot, 25 ton oxidized steel I-beam structure was recreated within Grand Theft Auto V. However, due to copyright reasons, it had to be replaced by the rusty sculpture that we see there today. So if you're ever wanting to see this statue in real life, unfortunately you'll only be able to see the original one that was covered up in-game. Many viewers were also quick to point out another change early on in the San Andreas landscape, which was the removal of all the Confederate flags following an incident in South Carolina regarding a church shooting in June of 2015. Now, this flag has always had some controversy behind it, and at the time, it appeared Rockstar may have removed it to avoid criticism within the media following this tragic event. It's also interesting to know that the flag at the Lost MC was originally replaced with an American flag, but today, it's been removed altogether and replaced with an AC unit. Continuing on, not every change in today's video will be things that I missed, but rather things have also changed since the release of the previous video. Starting off with the 5 new bail offices, which changed the exterior of 5 different buildings. Many of these buildings only saw a slight change with signage and other minor labeling, such as the one in Paleto Bay. The one in Vinewood, however, also added some boarded up windows, likely as an easy cover-up for previous signage for the pill shop next door. Over in Mission Row at the most iconic bail office, the only change that's really noticeable is the sign on the building. Though you'll notice a dumpster and electrical box were also removed to make the area just a little bit cleaner and more accessible. Heading over to the Del Perro area, the bail office removed a dumpster to make way for the garage door, as well as a removed side entrance door, likely to avoid confusion when entering the building on foot. The biggest exterior change to a building came with the bail office located in Strawberry, which saw the entire front of the building extended outwards to cover up the previous company Tringo's carpets, which also led to the replacement of the signage on top of the building. Heading towards Rockford Hills, I had previously mentioned the addition of Record A Studios with their new signage and entryway. But at the time, I also failed to mention the massive change that took place on the roof. This change completely revitalized the roof, adding a pool, seating area, and lounge area for the patrons within the building. And it's also interesting to note that I actually missed this pool in my pool ranking video. With the most recent update to GTA Online, we were able to finally purchase the Darnell Bros warehouse, which was last seen in story mode where Lester had set fire to the building itself, causing major damages. These damages have since been repaired, as the building we see today even has some minor changes, including the billboard on top, which has changed from a Space Rangers billboard to a Jack Howitzer billboard. The roof also saw a retexturing with the addition of a couch and lawn chairs for seating overlooking the city. These were accompanied by an extension to the roof on the eastern side of the building, which doubled as a roof entrance for the building itself. Coming all the way around to the front of the building, there was only one minor change, which was the addition of a ramp that allows us to access our vehicle garage within the building. And I think many people may not have noticed this ramp because it just didn't exist in the past, but we had no reason to go over here. Last week, I talked about the best garages in the game, and the Vinewood Boulevard garage is actually a new addition that made changes to the map and the building itself, and was one of the only garages to do so. Originally, the building had a massive for lease banner hanging on it and a bit of a dingy exterior. But with the update, there was a slight retexturing done with the slots on the front and a redesigned roof area to make another rooftop seating area. The other garage that made a difference in GTA Online was actually the GTA Plus membership exclusive locations, including the Vinewood Car Club located in the docks, which didn't change much on the exterior of the building, and the 100 Car Garage located just south of the city, which added minor changes to the garage door and entrance area as well. Now, everybody at this point knows that the casino used to have a completely different design and still does in story mode. However, there was a brief period of time prior to the casino DLC where construction equipment could be seen outside of the old casino entrance, and that the opening sign had been taken down. This was a good little hint that something big was coming. There was also a lot of minor changes that took place at the casino between the casino update and the casino heist DLC, including the addition of the music locker, which nobody ever visits, as well as the addition of numerous security cameras and keypads inside the casino itself. A change we're mostly aware of, but no one really mentions, is the addition of vault blueprints on Agatha's desk, which is how you can get the ability to purchase the decoy vault in the arcade. Now, one place many people don't think of when talking about map changes is Cayo Perico. And although it's been through a lot of minor nerfs and changes over the years, there was one change to the physical map that many people may be able to recall. Along the main road between the entrance and the radio tower, the road used to be a completely clear way to travel, until the tuners update when they added a single camera along this road, making it ever so slightly more difficult to get to the radio tower, but now we just drive around it, so nothing changed. Another small change that occurred on the mainland from the first gen days to the PS4 and Xbox One days was the addition of the mineshaft interior, which never used to be available within the game until the new consoles came into play. Another minor change that can be seen at 25 different locations around the map is the simple addition of junk energy skydive booths. Now, only a few of these appear every day, so they're not all active at the same time, but they did add a little something to the map. These are located at LSIA, La Puerta, Vespucci Canals, the Del Perro Pier, Little Sol, Pillbox Hill, La Mesa, the FIB headquarters, in Alta, the Rockford Hills, Bantam Canyon, Tongva Valley, Bay Tree Canyon, the Landak Dam, the Palmer Taylor Power Station, the Grand Senora Desert, the Sandy Shores Airfield, Zancudo River, Mount Josiah, Cassidy Creek, Mackenzie Field, Procopio Beach, Alamo Sea, one on Mount Chiliad, and finally the last one in Paleto Bay. On a very similar note, the junk energy time trials for the inductor cycle also added very minor changes, but unlike the skydive booths, only one of these shows up every day, and since I wasn't able to get footage for every single one based on the randomness of Rockstar's release cycle, I won't be able to show every single one. But here's an example. All the way back in December of 2019, we saw the addition of the Contract DLC, which brought the Motomami Los Santos radio station to the game. To promote this radio station, numerous billboards near Eclipse Boulevard were changed to feature the logo of the new radio station. These were featured within the game for roughly 6.5 months until they were removed in late July of 2021. Some other billboards that I noticed in my billboard ranking video that changed throughout story mode include the Ron billboard, which is changed to moronic and adds the words polluting beaches. And then there's a few Maze Bank billboards, which are changed to say Maze Balls with the words investment division covered over with a foreclosure sticker. Now these all change at some point through the story and single player, but I'm not exactly sure when. A very interesting change that I noticed during my runway ranking video during Rank Miss last year was the fact that the LSIA runways have been relabeled in online from 30R and 30L to 33R and 33L. I'm not entirely sure why this change was implemented, as I learned that the numbers on a runway correlate to its degree from north, and 30 would be correct under this rule set, as would every other runway in the game. That is, of course, until this change was implemented online, making the LSIA runways incorrect. Now, way back in the days of PS3 and Xbox 360, many places saw reduced props as an attempt to make the game run smoother in an online setting. This is similar to the missing fountains mentioned at the beginning of the last video. Some other minor changes include the red poles near the fire hall in El Rancho. Alongside these numerous poles and a single fire hydrant, this area is a lot more open and online after having all of these entities deleted. There are also many counts of construction equipment having gone missing around the map and online. One that many people are a bit more aware of is along the freeway just northeast of the city near the Mission Row Hospital, where a broken barrier is blocked off in story mode but is left completely open in online. The largest construction equipment change is located just north of the Vinewood Hills, where numerous cones and some signage were removed to make the area more easily traversable in online. The last change I want to rapid fire our way through is the addition of the LS tag posters. Alongside numerous locations where you can pick up spray cans as a minor change to the map, there are also 30 posters that can cycle through the map spawns every day, similar to the junk energy changes. These billboard style posters are located all around the map and only spawn 5 each day. Since I have a moment while these images show up on screen, I wanted to remind everyone that next Saturday I'm ranking all of your community jobs, and you can submit them over on my Discord using the link in the description. Any races, preferably jobs, anything like that, I will be playing them on stream with viewers and ranking them to see who makes the best jobs. My weekly streams on YouTube and Twitch are a great way for us to connect as a community and for you to chat with me directly. Now, I know there's a lot of extremely minor prop changes from story mode to online and just in online over the years. An example of a really minor change that I didn't really want to touch on is the addition of single props for specific delivery missions, such as the Acid Lab deliveries where crates are added at drop-off points. So as much as I'd love to continue rambling on about every single little tiny change like this, I think it's best if we leave this series for more major changes, and if there's any that I still haven't covered in either of these two videos, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and thank you to all my members this month. Your support is greatly appreciated.